Hi there. Before we dive into today's episode, I want to ask you an important question. Are you wondering why your hard work isn't reflecting in your bank account? If so, I've got something that could change the game for you. With my Digital Product Accelerator one-on-one coaching program, I'm on a mission to help entrepreneurs like you bank consistent revenue without sacrificing your time or sanity. Imagine shifting from 90% client-facing work to enjoying consistent revenue from your digital products, all while reclaiming your time. You already know that you don't need another course, and a one-size-fits-all approach isn't going to cut it. What you need is a strategic, long-term plan tailored just for you. So if you're ready to build the profitable, freedom-giving business you've dreamed of, apply to work with me by going to destinycop.com/apply. I cannot wait to learn more about you and your business. Welcome to the Course Creators MBA podcast. I'm your host, Destiny Cop, and in this podcast, we're covering actionable tips to grow your online course business. But before I begin, I want to let you know that this episode is sponsored by my free Facebook and Instagram ads mini workshop series, which helps you launch a high converting ad campaign in 5 short days. You can sign up for the free workshop series by going to destinycop.com, and I will make sure that this link is in the show notes. And today I have a special guest with me here. I have Noah Mittman, and Noah is the founder and CEO of Snowman Fields. He's a full-time filmmaker, video coach, a family man, and an entrepreneur. And he helps course creators stop waiting and start creating their video courses. And Noah, thank you so much for joining me. I'm excited about our conversation here.
Thank you so much for that fantastic intro. That was awesome.
But,
me too.
And I have a lot of questions for you, as you know, because
that's
we've
why we're here.
quite a few minutes talking beforehand. But can you tell the audience a little bit more about yourself, what you do, how you help people, and how you got to where you are today?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think starting with the kind of where I came from is perfect. I've been filmmaker for 14 years. I started in high school and really just found my passion to hit record right there, which was great. So I've been able to be on that path for a long time. I have my company's, we do video production, and that kind of slowed down a little bit when COVID hit. So I switched over to helping online course creators kind of look, sound, and feel more confident while they're making their video courses. And what an incredible community to kind of newly be in the last 6 months or so. And I just absolutely love it. And people are getting a ton of value and learning stuff. And what's amazing is that I've been kind of doing DIY filmmaking for my entire career. And I know exactly the steps of how to start and how to help people with what they're trying to do.
So here's a couple of questions for you, or more comments also. When I have done my online courses in the past, I've been very hesitant to try video. I've been very comfortable with doing voiceover PowerPoints, but
very common.
Face-to-camera video has been difficult for me for a second. So can you comment on that and, some hurdles to kind of get us over how that might make us feel when we're thinking 100%. About filming our video course?
So it's kind of a nerves thing for you, right?
I just don't like the way I look on camera, honestly. If we're being completely honest here today.
I actually have a perfect solution for that. So literally it's as simple as a $15 to $20 purchase. It is called a ring light. And ring lights kind of started in the makeup tutorial section of YouTube. But what they do is they make your face, it lights up your face and nothing behind it. And they really make your face look like the best that it possibly can. So getting a ring light or any sort of light just right in front of your face that can kind of give it's almost like a filter for your face while you're on video. It really can help with how you look and how the video looks, and it just ups that production quality.
I think I need to go buy one of those today.
Yeah, no, literally there is one, I think the one that I have on my kit site is like $15. It's really affordable, and it literally if you're filming with your phone, it can attach to your phone around the camera. So literally it's like, I'm telling you, look up, for anybody listening, go look up on YouTube like ring light and see, like, there's literally, when you turn it off and turn it on, it just makes you look like a goddess.
Well, thank you for that tip.
Oh yeah, of course.
So let's just say that we've decided we want to do a course, a video course that's face to camera, or we're doing some type of video in it. Can you tell us a little bit about how we would go about filming that course?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, what I kind of have 3 like tips on how to make your course look pro, again, without the costly pro equipment, because it's so easy to spend thousands on this if you're really trying to go high quality, but you can do it without really spending nearly any money. The first thing to do is, and I think we kind of covered it in a little bit in that first question, is getting out of your head. So I'll say this. You have a camera. Everybody right now has a camera in their pocket or probably within 5 feet of them, and it is called your smartphone. And you've spent a lot of money on it. And part of why you spend all that money on it is because it has a camera on it that is equivalent to about $1,000 camera. I have a $500 DSLR that I got a bunch of years ago. My phone camera is literally better than that now. And if you're thinking kind of, oh God, it's not professional enough, listen, just use what you have. Jimmy Fallon is currently recording his show from his house with his phone. So nobody cares about the quality of your camera. I release you from the prison of perfection. You're all good.
That is such a good tip. And to your point, though, a lot of these people on TVs that have these shows or these newscasters, that's what they're doing.
100%.
They're probably just using iPhones, right?
And you know how many people care?
Nobody.
0.
I don't. I actually like it because
yeah.
I think it provides a lot more authenticity.
100%. So you can create, and by the way, authenticity is like key number 1 on creating a successful course that's going to work for you. Because if you're not being yourself and not like letting your, little ticks and stuff show, it's not being your authentic self, and you're going to have to put on this kind of ruse, and you don't want that kind of success. Success is on your own terms with your personality and who you really are. So this is really helping you release that, like, stop worrying about quality, be yourself, be on your phone. People like it anyway, and your course is going to benefit from it.
So what was your next tip?
Yeah. So that was tip number 1, is use your phone. And another kind of tip B on that of the one is to get a teleprompter app for your phone, because then you can write down a script or note bullet points so you don't forget what you're going to say, because that is keeping you efficient with people's time and making you more effective by not kind of rambling off topic. So that's tip number 1.
So a teleprompter app, and I'm going to ask this question because honestly, I've never heard of one before.
Right.
So where do you put that app? Is it directly on your phone?
It literally downloads to your phone. So do you have a iPhone or Android?
I have an iPhone.
iPhone, perfect. So the app that iPhone users want is called Teleprompter for Video. It has a little orange icon in the App Store, and you literally download it. And for me, all of the professional videos that I put out in my course as well is 100% scripted, because otherwise I get lost. And I literally load that into the app, and it keeps the text on the side of the phone where the camera is, so it looks like you're looking in the camera the whole time for that personal connection. And it is fantastic, and I can't recommend it enough.
That is a great tip. What was your third one?
Yeah. So that was still part of tip number 1. Tip number 2. I know we're getting all muddled here.
Tip number 2.
Tip number 2 is to plan out your background. So one thing that really separates professional looking videos from amateur ones is what the background looks like. And I have a really simple question of how to fix this. The question is, does your background represent you and your course in the way that you want? And so if it does,
what suggestions would you have there? Are you talking about using like a Zoom type background, or are
You
you
can, but
talking about like
I
going
would,
out and,
yeah,
outside and doing it?
I would even say it's easier than that. Go into like see in your house, like either create a wall or choose like a wall to have behind you that you can put stuff on that like represents you. So like I'm going to be giving out a freebie for this episode, and you'll see the video that's connected with that. In my background, I have a poster that I like. I have a Father's Day gift from my family. I have some film gear. I have stuff that represents me. And that is more interesting. Like the Zoom background is fine, but it like doesn't really connect you on like a personal level. Cause it's usually like, you can tell when the lighting is different and somebody's not really in Paris.
Yeah.
So just have some stuff behind you that like makes you feel confident and feel good, and again like represent, even if you can like get a printout of your logo or like a little poster and like have that behind you so that there's some reference and there's just a space for you to do your course in.
That sounds so simple.
It really is. all of the stuff that I really talk about is simpler than you think, which is, I think simple is the best. And it's because people actually can follow it.
Oh my goodness. And I've been so hesitant to do face to camera video courses.
Oh, you got this. Seriously though, your phone, just choose a wall that you like and you can go from there. And then actually this leads us perfectly into tip number 3 of how to make your videos look more professional and this is what we talked about in the beginning, light up your face. So I mean, how many times have you seen a video or a course with somebody and they basically like blend into their background? It's like a little bit hard to see them, or maybe it's a little bit dark in the room. It just immediately turns people, like it makes people have a harder time like focusing on you and listening to what you have to say if they have a hard time seeing you. So there's some really easy ways to do this. If you can, position yourself in front of a window or like have a window on the side. And if the window is super bright as light changes outside, just have like a white curtain or a white bed sheet that's in front of it to diffuse it, to kind of make that light a little bit more soft on you. Or the other thing to do is, get that little ring light, or even just bring a lamp that you already have and just put it right behind your camera and directly above it, so that like where your camera is positioned, so that the light just lights up your face, the lamp lights up your face and not your background as well. So you can you can stand out literally from your background with the light.
I love that tip. Just light up your face. Just show your pretty face.
Yeah, exactly. And again, it makes you, it makes you look better. It makes you feel more confident. And really the main thing with courses, I think, is we're trying to get people to have higher finish rates, right? Like you're an effective course creator when your finish rate is up because you're being an effective teacher, which in turn makes you a more successful course creator because people actually go through your stuff and finish it. So all these things can make your finish rates go up, or even your finish rates increase from the very beginning. And gives you that kind of edge and that professional look to everything you do.
So let me ask you that. And you actually, I'm going off a little bit of a rabbit hole here.
No worries.
So I apologize. I just thought of something when you were doing that. So some of the courses that I've taken in the past that I really like had a combination of, face to camera type, video in it, but also kind of, they would sometimes go to a PowerPoint slide where they had some talking points there. How difficult is that to do?
Again, more easy than you think.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure you probably,
that's what I love.
When I say the answer, you're probably going to already know it. You just didn't think about it.
Okay.
Do you know canva.com?
I use it all the time. I have I'm on the professional plan.
You already use it every day. It's fantastic. All you have to think, so you're using it for what, like thumbnails and stuff for videos?
Everything. I mean, I literally use it for everything.
So this is no different. Find just a title slide in HD, the 1920 by 1080 like HD aspect ratio, and put, find a style that you like. And then this is a big thing actually for courses specifically. I'll say how to do it, and then I'll say why to do it. So use the Canva titles, put them on screen in editing when you have a point that you really want to drive home. So you, like, as you say it, go to a slide that has that title with exactly what you're saying, because it drives your point home even harder. That if it's like in titles, like, oh, really pay attention to this. This is the point I want to make. And then have that, when I have my 3 secrets, I say secret number 1, blah, blah, blah. And I have it on Canva, in a Canva slide on my webinar. The reason why, and then the reason for this is I call it the 10-second rule. So for your course, and this is definitely is more work, and maybe for all your video content that goes with it, try and cut away from your face. So like show something other than your face, like a title or B-roll, which is like, if you're talking about a sunset, show a sunset on screen. Try and cut away every 10 seconds or so. It's a lot more work, but it makes your course a lot more watchable, which again makes the finish rate go up. How many times, I know you're gonna connect with this, how many times have you been in this, like, a whiteboard webinar where it's just a white wall, nothing happening, and you're bored out of your mind except for like what the content is?
Well, I hate those. Like, I hate those talking head videos, and
They're the worst.
I hate them. And I'm also I'm also a college professor. So a lot of the college professors, they just go and do talking head type videos all the time. I hate them. I never do that.
It's so boring,
I never
right?
do that to my students.
No. So you understand. You got to keep it interesting.
Yeah, so I'm hearing what you say. Use Canva, cut off to that. And that's the part I don't understand. And maybe we're getting to it. Maybe that's part of editing your course. How do you do that?
Yeah. So you can basically, the general rule with editing is, especially for video, and this is kind of technical. So if I understand, so actually, let's make a decision before that. So with editing, if it's super overwhelming for you, I totally get that. Editing comes down to one simple decision. The decision is, do you either do you want to hire somebody to edit your course for you, which potentially using a outsourcing site like Fiverr can cost you less than $100, or B, do you want to have the tools and learn editing yourself? And that's a decision to make.
Let's go with B for the sake of our conversation here.
There you go. I got you. Perfect. So yeah, in the editing program, whatever you're using, the general rule with editing, there's video kind of levels. So there's like video 1, video 2, video 3. I use Adobe Premiere Rush for beginner editors. Really awesome program. The rule is whatever layer. So say like your talking head is layer 1, and then you want to put in a Canva title to be on top of that. Whatever's on top is what's seen on screen. So if your talking head is layer 1, layer 2 above that, if you put the Canva title in, will show up on screen. And similar, I've had videos with 15 layers on them before. So whatever's on top is what's shown. So just pop that Canva title on whatever is the above layer to where your face is, usually video layer 2, and that is how you put it in.
Oh, sounds easy when you're saying it there.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're staring down the barrel of your editing program, and you're like, oh, this is okay. How do we do that?
I know that you have an online course. Do you cover how to do that in your online course?
In depth. So the editing section of my course is literally meant to be let me hold your, like, when you're done filming and ready to edit, watch. I basically introduce 10 tools for editing that you can implement as you go. So like whatever you need at that moment, there's a tool covered in the tutorials in the course.
Okay.
And one of them is adding B-roll, which is again adding titles. And we cover exactly this with walkthroughs, screen sharing the editing program, and exactly what I do.
Hey there, Destiny here, and I'm the host of the Creators MBA podcast. And this episode is brought to you by HelloContent.shop, your go-to destination for content creation in your online digital product business. I understand how busy you are as an online business owner. I am right there with you. And that is why I have filled our Hello Content Shopify store with low-cost digital products that you can use as a lead magnet or part of your paid programs like your online courses or memberships. We also have marketing templates like email swipe files and social media templates designed to save you time and money. So whether you're looking to streamline your content strategy, enhance your digital products, or just save some precious time, I've got you covered, my friend. Now visit thehellocontent.shop today and take the first step towards effortless content creation.
Very good. So let's round this up and talk about the equipment that you recommend for doing video courses. Can you walk through all of that with us?
Absolutely, I'd be happy to. So let me pull up my.
I know one's an iPhone. We made that clear.
Yeah. Or it doesn't even need to be an iPhone, right? Just any smartphone, iPhone, Android, whatever it is. Is that the cameras? Let's say in the last, 5 years, any camera on a smartphone is good enough to film on. Especially the newest ones. My God, like the iPhones now have three, like the wide angle, the regular angle, and the zoom angle are just incredible. And the front camera is what you're going to be filming with because of the teleprompter, and that is really, really good by itself. So all good. I'll give you kind of the basics of how to kind of make your course better, or even just a good starting place. The first one is to get a tripod. Because we don't want a, Blair Witch Project style course. That's not going to do well. The handheld look does not work for this. And I have, put in the show notes here, I have a whole course creator starter kit that I can show that kind of has all these products and links to Amazon, all that stuff. So you can get the one that I recommend for most people, I'm guessing, for courses are going to be filming on like a desk or a table as they're talking. So a tabletop tripod that you can get that's really good, a solid company, is called Joby. The Joby Grip-Tite 1 GorillaPod stand. It's flexible. It's about 6 inches tall, and you can mount your phone right on top of it, and it can kind of be just right there, right eye level. And just put your phone right on that, because then your angle is stable and you can be talking directly to that and be set up in a professional way. If you do want to actually stand up while you're talking, I like to stand because the energy is a little bit better. And again, I'll give you notes. It's in the show notes. The Hatent retractable adjustable cell phone tripod. It's actually it's almost like a light stand, but it has a attachment on the top of it to where it's kind of flexible, but it can hold your phone. So it can actually be eye level with you, super lightweight, and hold your phone perfectly. So both of those things, the Joby Grip-Tite stand is $25, and the standing tripod, the Hatent adjustable one, is $32. So again, really, really affordable on this stuff.
And I just want everybody to know who's listening here. You don't have to write these down while you're listen to the podcast episode or anything. I will definitely make sure that all of these links, very specific links that he's talking about, are in the show notes.
Yeah, and I'll even the freebie that I'll give out for this episode, I'll include a link to this.
Perfect.
And then the next thing to think about is your audio. Because audio is something that is really, really important. It's like half the experience, but a lot of people don't think about. So there's two ways to go about it. One is to attach a microphone to your phone, and the other one is to they're both attaching a microphone to your phone, but one of them is like a directional mic that is on your phone, and one of them is attaching a lavalier mic to your shirt. So for the kind of shooting the microphone at your mouth instead of being attached to you, the Shure MV88 portable microphone for iOS, it literally plugs into your charging port, and then it connects to sound, and you can, it's directional. So you point it at your face while you're filming, and it picks up clearer sound. That's for iPhone or iPad. And then on the Android side, the Rode Video Micro Compact on-camera microphone is fantastic. It's the same. It's basically exactly the same thing as the other one. It's just for Androids. And again, it attaches right. That one actually attaches because Androids, the one thing annoys me about iPhone is there's no longer a headphone jack. I think that's stupid. But Android, it goes right into the headphone jack and gets you clear audio that way. And then if you did want to go the lavalier mic, so like actually pinning a microphone to your shirt, which is the way that I do most of my stuff, because it literally captures up close sound of your voice with like a lot less background noise. The Rode SmartLav Plus is really good because again, it attaches right to your phone and you can have quality audio. So that's a really easy way to kind of get that little extra professional edge on what you're making.
Very good.
I know we're going real technical.
Any others, or did we cover them all?
Actually, yeah. Let's talk about the selfie ring light that I talked about earlier.
Oh yeah. We got to make sure that's added.
Of course. So that one is even harder to say. It's okay. How would you say this? QIAYA.
QIAYA.
Kia?
I don't know. We got it.
I'm not sure.
Who came up with that brand name?
Right. Seriously, that's ridiculous. So the Kia selfie ring light, it literally attaches to your phone. It's $18 and gives you that amazing flattering ring light look.
Very good.
So that covers pretty much all the basics. If you got your tripod, your lighting is on point, and your sound is sounding good, you have your starting point for really being ahead of a fair amount of people that have courses out there.
And Noah, thank you for all those tips. Any last minute comments that you have for the online course creators listening here today?
Yeah, I think I would just say, like, you can do this. It's really, I understand it's kind of overwhelming and kind of crazy to get into it, but like, take it one step at a time. Start with what you have, and just, again, the whole kind of stop waiting, start creating idea. Like, get out there, do your thing, and you'd be surprised with how many people you're helping right off the bat. It really is a supportive community, and I've just been so blown away by the feedback from the students of the course. And so also I'm going to give a freebie out for you guys listening. If you go to, and she'll have it in the show notes as well, filmyouronlinecourse.com/lookpro. You can get a whole download of the tips that I gave out today, as well as, I'll have a link to the course creator starter kit for the gear, and you guys can really dive into whatever you want and have this written out. Cause I understand, you listen to the podcast and then having some actionable stuff to do afterwards really helps. So, giving that out for free, and I'm here for you. I'm with you. And I'm so excited for what your course is going to teach the world.
Thank you so much, Noah. I loved everything that you shared today, and I actually feel more comfortable going out there to do a face-to-camera type course, which I have, kind of stayed away from in the past.
When you put it out, tag
a lot
me.
of courses.
Yeah, no, and it really, the thing with face-to-camera is that it really connects you on that deeper level. Like, eye contact is what makes us inherently human. It's what makes it, the eyes are the window to the soul. So if you're able to, you're going to be a more effective teacher if you can kind of have the courage to put yourself on camera and your personality comes out, and, the reasons why people love you will just intensify when they see who you are on camera. And I think it's a really important thing, and no pressure, but it's a powerful thing. So I recommend it, and you can do this, and I'm happy to be here for anybody that needs it. And I'm your cheerleader.
Thank you so much, Noah. And course creators, thank you so much for joining us today. If you have any questions about Facebook or Instagram ads, or how to set up your online course funnel, please reach out to me on LinkedIn or DM me on Facebook or Instagram. I hope you enjoyed this episode with Noah. Would love for you to rate and review the podcast on iTunes or your favorite podcast platform, and show us some love there. Have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.
Dude, it's worth it.
There you go.